Unless you're in like the final round. No, I'm sorry. I think they are. They're just the next level up of what we've got. All the words are
You okay? I know. What's the cardboard box? Remember, say the word. I'm not sure if you
Which one is the chairs and the tables, we need chairs. And that
what's that?
were you missing?
Okay.
I wish
I'm gonna hide. I know, I'm like, that's just
All right, we're gonna get started here.
You know, we usually sell really
Right. So, one is provide the language board. It means like you can ask like, where does this word come from? Say like it's a Greek word or a Latin word. It might not help you, but it'll kind of give you more time. Any other questions? So some words are like
round.
Yeah.
So round. Oh, gosh, yeah, round. I'm like,
I
thought it said second.
Okay.
Like I thought it was a 2 and okay. And then I realized that it was so this is where we're going to see it again. Okay. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go 1, 2.
I mean, but some words like have two. So we're gonna get started.
Oh yeah, keep going until they're.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming to our second annual Olander Spelling Bee. This was actually kicked off by student interest. A couple of years ago, kids were asking over and over, why don't we have a spelling bee at Olander? So we do now. Spelling bee actually started in 1925. And then I think about like 14 years before that, its true origin was, it's kind of interesting, but the senators squared off against the press corps, like 14 members of the Senate squared off against the press corps with like Woodrow Wilson was there watching it, which I found was kind of interesting. I don't know if that would happen today. We have 11 million kids today that are participating in spelling bees like this. And then the main purpose, obviously, is like improve spelling, increase vocabulary, give kids some concepts and skills about English language usage that will hopefully help them for the rest of their lives. The numbers they have drawn were all at random. And then we have our judges here, Mrs. Otto, Mrs. Basanti, and Mr. Mann. And you might sense a little nerves in the room. It's kind of the nature of the beast with the spelling bee. And as I told the kids on Wednesday, really 21 out of 22 of them are going to spell their last word wrong. It's just, it's a tough one, but I told them they should really be proud. They're Olander's best spellers, right, that are here. And you're taking a chance, right? So I'm proud of you for doing it. Afterwards, we'll have a quick reception. Our winner gets to compete in the district. There's like a written bee, and then after that, if they do well in the written bee, they get to participate in the district bee. Okay? And then at the end of the bee, we'll also have some refreshments. Thanks to some of you that brought in some cookies and drinks, and I also have certificates for everybody as well. The very end of the bee can get a little tricky, so just bear with us. Basically, what happens is the student, if we're in the second to last round, and 2 students get out and 1 goes to the next round, they have to get 1 more word right in that round. And if they fail, then those other 2 are back in. So it gets a little confusing, but we've got our heads wrapped around it. So just bear with us, and we'll make it happen.
What? Is it okay if I go get my water?
Yeah. All right. Got a water break, and then we're going to get started. So remember, everybody, I put some cheat sheets up for you right here, right? And right here.
That's where the 2 Just so you know, if the judges talk, who hears? Who hears? Our listening audience, this is like a speaker. It is being live streamed. If we're talking, they can hear.
All right, Kate,
Hi, all.
you're up.
All right, Kate, your first word is garden. Letitia grows potatoes, corn, and peppers in the garden.
Garden. Garden. Garden.
That is correct.
All right, Lauren, your word is west. The compass indicated to Jenna that she was headed west.
West. W-E-S-T. West.
That is correct.
Okay, Alani, your word is hire. Anna's school is going to hire a new history teacher for next year.
Higher. Higher?
Yep.
H-I-R-E. Higher.
That is correct.
This word has a similar word, so it's called skim. Haley and her best friend often go to the bookshop on Saturday mornings and skim the current bestsellers.
Can you define the word?
Sure. It means to read, study, deal with, or examine casually and rapidly.
Skim. S-K-I-M. Skim.
That is correct.
Correct. Your word is bead. Aubrey picked one large bead to be the center of the necklace she was making.
Bead. B-E-A-D. Bead.
That is correct.
All right, Kay, your word is rose. Tom gave her mother a single yellow rose for Mother's Day.
Rose. R-O-S-E. Rose.
That is correct.
Ian, your word is aid. Gloria ran to aid Roy when he tripped while carrying a box of books.
Aid. A-I-D. Aid.
That is correct.
Your word, Jaden, is grins. Nora grins from ear to ear whenever someone mentions her spelling bee victory.
Grins. G-R-I-N-S. Grins.
That is correct.
Alec, your word is bank. Felicia saved all of her allowance in her big pink piggy bank.
Bank. B-A-N-K. Bank.
That is correct.
Luca, your word is team. Beth was excited when her gymnastics team won the meet.
Team. T-E-A-M. Team.
That is correct.
All right, Finn, your word is elm. Jordan was proud when she finally managed to climb the large elm tree in her parents' backyard.
Elm. Elm. E-L-M. Elm.
That is correct.
So this word is a homonym, paws. The kitten batted at the toy mouse with his paws.
Pause. P-A-W-S. Pause.
That is correct.
Jamie, your word is foot. Gerald left a gap of about a foot in between each stone paver.
Foot. F-O-O-T. Foot.
That is correct.
Fuzzy, your word is person. Rosa thinks Saul is a really interesting person.
Person. P-E-R-S-O-N. Person.
That is correct.
All right, Rylan, we've got a homonym here. Dew. The early morning dew on the grass sparkled like gems in the light.
Do. D-E-W. Do.
That is correct.
Elliot, your word is unkind. Max was told to apologize for saying something so unkind about Aunt Irma.
Unkind. U-N-K-I-N-D. Unkind.
That is correct.
Gabe, your word is nearly. Igor spent nearly all his savings on his new sneakers, but he believed it was worth it.
Nearly. N-E-A-R-L-Y.
That is correct.
Oh, nearly.
Your word, Isaac, is bitter. Nanette cringed at the bitter taste of the medicine.
Bitter. B-I-T-T-E-R. Bitter.
That is correct.
Tova, your word is missing. All of Vera's siblings helped her look for her missing stuffed rhino.
Missing. M-I-S-S-I-N-G. Missing.
That is correct.
All right, Avery, your word is walk. As a homonym. Drew and Angie decided to walk to the dinner walk to dinner instead of drive.
Walk. W-A-L-K. Walk.
That is correct.
Kestrel, your word is obey. Even after 2 rounds of puppy school, Chris's poodle refused to obey any commands.
Obey. O-B-E-Y. Obey.
That is correct.
Drake, your word is paste. The kindergarten teacher will be surprised if her students paste the decorations on their masks without getting anything on their clothes.
Paste. P-A-S-T-E. Paste.
That is correct.
She got a big round of applause every single. On to round 2. Clasp. Sharon struggled impatiently with the ornate clasp on her bracelet.
Clasp. C-L-A-S-P. Clasp.
That is correct.
Thorn. Sia picked up a rose and immediately stabbed her finger on a thorn.
Thorn. T-H-O-R-N. Thorn.
That is correct.
Boxcar. The boxcar was loaded with several pallets of cargo.
Boxcar. B-O-X-C-A-R. Boxcar.
That is correct.
Vanish. Lisa watched the cat vanish into the shadows.
Vanish. V-A-N-I-S-H. Vanish.
That is correct.
Pesky. Miriam thought school would be great, even if it weren't for all that pesky homework.
Need to find the word.
Sure. Annoying, irritating, or troublesome.
Pesky. P-E-S-K-Y. Pesky.
That is correct.
Okay, your word is return. After studying in Germany for a semester, David couldn't wait to return home and see his friends and family.
Return. R-E-T-U-R-N. Return.
That is correct.
Hutch. Laura keeps her pet bunnies in a hutch in her backyard. Hutch.
Hutch.
Hutch. So it means to go back and come back. I'm sorry, wrong one. A pen or coop for an animal. A cage. Hutch.
Hutch. H-U-T-C-H.
That is correct.
Rafters. A robin built her nest among the rafters of Bonnie's barn.
Rafters. R-A-F-T-E-R-S.
That is correct.
Tablet. Elliot's parents bought him a tablet for homework, but he mostly used it to play games.
Tablet. T-A-B-L-E-T. Tablet.
That is correct.
Welcome. Lucy was pleased by the welcome she received when she arrived at the inn.
Welcome. W-E-L-C-O-M-E. Welcome.
That is correct.
Blanket. Walter curled up under the blanket and immediately fell asleep.
Blanket. B-L-A-N-K-E.
P. Blanket.
That is correct.
Wheels. Surrey's baby sister is excited to notice that the wheels on the bus do actually go round and round.
Wheels. W-H-E-E-L-S. Wheels.
That is correct.
Darling. Darling, Mom shouted. Welcome home.
Darling. D-A-R-L-I-N-G. Darling.
That is correct.
Platform. Josiah stood on a platform on stage while he sang his solo.
Platform. E-L-A-T-F-O-R-M. Platform.
That is correct.
Harvest. Given the wonderful weather, Hannah is hoping for a great harvest this year.
Can you repeat the word?
Harvest.
Wait, no, I forgot to say the word. Harvest. Wait, no, harvest. Yeah, okay. Harvest. H-A-R. I can't speak right now. Sorry.
Okay.
V-E-S-T.
That is
Harvest.
That is correct.
Elliot, your word is thrilling. The toddler found going down the giant slide thrilling.
Can you provide the language of origin?
It's English.
Thrilling. T-H-R-I-L-L-I-N-G. Thrilling.
That is correct.
Rambling. The keynote speaker's rambling speech lasted for more than 40 minutes.
Rambling.
Rambling.
Rambling. R-A-M-B-E-L-I-N-G. Rambling.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Isaac, your word is lizard. Because a lizard cannot adjust its own body temperature, it cannot live in extreme cold or heat.
Lizard. I-L-Z-A-R-D. Lizard.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Compost. Jen puts a layer of compost on her vegetable garden every year when she replants.
Compost. C-O-N-P-O-S-T. Compost.
That is correct.
Avery, your word is promise. Lacey and her best friend made a promise to never go a day without talking to each other.
Promise. P-R-O-M-I-S-E. Promise.
That is correct.
Cosmic. In his spare time, Stephen likes to read science fiction tales of cosmic exploration.
Cosmic. C-O-M-S-I-C. Cosmic.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Drake, your word is pirate. Bobby enjoyed the picture book about the pirate who lost his parrot.
Pirate. P-I-R-A-T-E. Pirate.
That is correct.
All right, here we are in round 3. Okay, the word is oval. Mom's favorite necklace is an oval pendant with a ruby surrounded by tiny pearls. Oval.
Oval. O-V-A-L. Oval.
That is correct.
Hairpin. Winnie used a sparkly hairpin to hold back her bangs.
Hairpin. H-A-I-R-P-I-N. Hairpin.
That is correct.
Manner. This word is a homonym. Cody had a very quiet manner of speaking, except when he's with his friends.
Manner. M-A-N-N-E-R. Manner.
That is correct.
Impact. Harriet felt the impact of the crash as soon as the two cars collided.
Impact. I-M-P-A-C-T. Impact.
That is correct.
Clipper. Until 1989, the world sailing record for the fastest travel from New York to San Francisco was held by a clipper named Flying Cloud.
You need to find the word.
Sure. It's a fast, full-rigged sailing ship with long, slender lines, an overhanging bow, tall masts, and a large sail area.
Clipper. C-L-I-P-P-E-R. Clipper.
That is correct.
Purse. Kathleen tossed her sunglasses and keys into her purse and headed out the door.
Purse. P-U-R-S-E. Purse.
That is correct.
Shabby. David was fond of his old couch, which was shabby but comfortable.
Shabby. S-H-A-B-B-Y. Shabby.
That is correct.
Marsh. Louisa hiked past a marsh that was surrounded by cattails and filled with water lilies.
Marsh. M-A-R-S-H. Marsh.
That is correct.
Primers. Mr. Dodd set out primers on various topics and let the students pick which one they wanted to study.
Primers. P-R-I-M-M-E-R-S. Primers.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Offer. Jacob made an offer to help his little sister clean her room, but she preferred to do it on her own.
Offer. O-F-F-E-R. Offer.
That is correct.
Cattle. Ronald opened the gate to let the cattle.
Cattle. C-A-T-T-L-E. Cattle.
Correct.
Standoff. The teams were locked in a standoff for hours before one team finally scored a goal.
Standoff. S-T-A-N-D-O-F-F. Standoff.
That is correct.
Lazily. Casey spent a pleasant afternoon lounging lazily in a hammock.
Lazily. L-A-Z-I-L-Y. Lazily.
That is correct.
Marbles. Freya keeps her collection of marbles in a glass jar next to her bed.
Marbles. M-A-R-B-L-E-S. Marbles.
That is correct.
Paper cut.
Hmm.
Alley. The landlord told the tenants that the trash bins were located in the alley between the two buildings?
Okay, wait. Alley,
Alley.
A-L-L-E-Y, alley.
That is correct.
Shelves. Dylan added his new books to the shelves above the couch.
Shelves. S-H-E-L-V-E-S. Shelves.
That is correct.
Crumpled. Jenny crumpled the paper into a ball and threw it in the trash can.
Crumpled?
Crumpled.
Okay. Crumpled. C-R-U-M-P-L-E-D. Crumpled.
That is correct.
Perhaps. They walked perhaps 5 miles before they saw another house.
Perhaps. P-E-R-H-A-P-S. Perhaps.
Bicycle. Talia's birthday wish list included a pair of sparkly earrings and a new pink bicycle.
Bicycle. B-I-C-Y-C-L-E. Bicycle.
That is correct.
All right, congratulations. On to round 4. All right, Kate, your word is basting. Mom believes that basting the turkey with its own juices keeps it moist and flavorful.
Basting. B-A-S-T-I-N-G. Basting.
That is correct.
Craggy. The craggy silhouette of the Rockies took Emmett's breath away.
Craggy. C-R-A-G-G-Y. Craggy.
That is correct.
Hornet. Remy was afraid he would get stung by a hornet if he walked too close to the nest.
Hornet. H-O-R-N-E-T. Hornet.
That is correct.
Shilling. After the British currency system was decimalized in 1971, the shilling became more popular with collectors.
Can you repeat the word?
Shilling.
Shilling. S-H-I-L-L-I-N-G.
That is correct.
Crooked. Kate picked up a crooked stick, tied a ribbon around it, and pretended it was a queen's scepter.
Crooked. C-R-O-O-K-E-D. Crooked.
That is correct.
Amusing. Ben's favorite book is a mystery that features an amusing detective named Sherman.
Amusing. A-M-U-S-I-N-G. Music.
That is correct.
Chapel. The Baron and Baroness were married in the castle chapel.
Chapel. C-H-A-P-E-L. Chapel.
That is correct.
Protested. Matthew loudly protested seeing broccoli on his plate for the 3rd night in a row.
Protested. P-R-O-T-E-S-T-E-D. Protested.
That is correct.
Superb. The curator explained that the museum's new painting was a superb example of Impressionist art.
Superb. S-U-P-E-R-B. Superb.
That is correct.
Engraved. The jeweler engraved Eliza's initials on the back of the locket.
Engraved. E-N-G-R-A-V-E. Great.
That is correct.
Custody. After being orphaned at a young age, Harry found himself in the custody of his aunt and uncle and occupying a closet under the stairs.
Custody. C-U-S-T-O-D-Y. Custody.
That is correct.
Severely. The king spoke severely to his subjects after the rebellion.
Severely. S-E-V-E-R-E-L-Y. Severely.
That is correct.
Intersect. The two main streets intersect in front of the town hall.
Intersect? Intersect. I-N-T-E-R-S-E-C-T.
That is correct.
Intersect.
Manure. Farmer Brown spread manure on the freshly plowed field before planting crops.
Manure. M. Don't laugh. M. I'm just gonna pick it up. M-A-N-U-R-E. Manure.
That is correct.
Slobbery. Lauren was pretty sure she would like dogs a whole lot more if they weren't so slobbery.
Can you define the word?
Marked by drooling or allowing saliva to fall or dribble from the mouth.
Slobbery. S-L-A-U-B-E-R-Y.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Breakfast. Joanna usually eats oatmeal topped with sliced bananas for breakfast.
Breakfast. B-R-E-A-F-A-S-T. Breakfast.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Let's make sure we're not having side conversations, okay? It's a little distracting. Sorry? No.
Spinster. Arlo made the chocolate chip cookies and delivered them to the elderly spinster who lives in the apartment above him.
Spinster. S-P-I-N-S-T-E-R. Spinster.
That is
correct. Diagram. After years of putting together modular furniture, Jack considered himself a master at reading a diagram.
Diagram. D-I-A-G-R-A-M. Diagram.
That is correct.
Let's do this for the next round. Walker, why don't you move up here? And then you guys can slide over so you're in. All right. Round 5.
Enlisted. Joshua kept his enlisted status in the Army for many years before earning a commission. Enlisted.
Enlisted. E-N
Listed. Enlisted.
That is correct.
Tonic. A glorious sunrise can work as a tonic and uplift downcast spirits. Tonic.
Tonic. Tonic. Tonic.
That is correct.
Bookmobile. The public library sent a bookmobile to the Children's Hospital every week so that the patients would always have access to reading material.
Bookmobile. BOOK MOBILE. Bookmobile.
That is correct.
Shortage. After the storm, the community faced a temporary shortage of basic food supplies, such as milk and bread.
Can you repeat the word?
Shortage.
Can you use it in a sentence?
After the storm, the community faced a temporary shortage of basic food supplies, such as milk and bread.
Shortage. SHORTAGE. Shortage.
That is correct.
Balloonist. Allison was fascinated by a series of aerial photographs taken by a balloonist in the early 20th century.
Balloonist. BALLOONIST. Balloonist.
That is correct.
Handiwork. After adding the last coat of paint, Pilar stepped back to admire her handiwork.
Handiwork. HANDYWORK. Handiwork.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Sparsely. Carolyn lives in a sparsely populated part of town.
Could you define the word?
Sure can. In a thinly scattered manner, scantily.
Sparsely? SPARCELY?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Altitude. Darius was not surprised to learn that Denver is higher in altitude than many other American cities.
Altitude. ALTITUDE. Altitude.
That is correct.
Testament. Generally, a last will and testament should contain at the very least the name of an executor, information relating to one's burial, and bequests to beneficiaries.
Testament. TESTEMENT. Testament.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Hoarsely. Trevor could only whisper hoarsely for a few days after his cold went away.
Hoarsely. HOARSELY.
That is correct.
Disengage. Janelle hopes to disengage the screaming toddler from her leg by offering the boy a lollipop.
Disengage. DISENGAGE. Disengage.
That is correct.
Infraction. For Jeremy's infraction of his family's official code of conduct, he was assigned the task of extra yard work for 1 week.
Infraction. INFRACTION. Infraction.
That is correct.
Regents. The regents met to discuss a possible peace treaty between their two kingdoms. Regents.
Regents or regions?
Regents.
Can you define word?
People who govern kingdoms when the sovereigns are not able to govern them because they are too young or ill or far away.
Regents. R-E-G-E-N-T-S, regents?
That is correct.
Practically, just like her favorite movie character, Corey considers herself to be practically perfect in every way.
Can you define the word?
It means nearly or almost.
Okay. Practically. Wait, no, practically. Yeah, I just said it. Okay. P. Forgot the word. Sorry.
Practically.
P. R. A. C. P. Sorry. Okay, wait. Practically. Okay, sorry. I keep forgetting the word. I just said it right. Not the entire word, but sorry. I'm not very good at memory. Okay, practically. I. C. A. Wait, no. Pract. I forgot the word. I'm not good at this.
You're good. Let's start over.
Yes, please.
Okay, start over.
P R A C C T I C A L L Y. Practically.
That is correct.
Wait, did I say practically?
Opponent. Sarah is a formidable opponent in the race for mayor.
Opponent. O-P-P-O-N-E-T. Opponent.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Bulletin. The school board issued a bulletin stating that classes would be canceled because of the extreme weather conditions.
Bulletin. B-U-L-E-T-I-N. Bulletin.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Yeah, let's, yeah. Here we go.
Callous. The warden was criticized for his callous treatment of the prisoners. Callous.
Alice. C-A-L-I-C-E. Alice.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Grandiose. Cleo didn't want to listen to all of Nicolette's grandiose ideas for the party. Grandiose.
Grandiose. G-R-A-N-D-I-O-U-S. Grandiose.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Atoll. The atoll was formed by a process started millions of years ago by an undersea volcano. Atoll.
Atoll. A-T-O-L-L. Atoll.
That is correct.
Dexterity. Larry's dexterity made him a natural at performing magic tricks.
Dexterity. Dexterity.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Barrette. Kennedy could never find a barrette when she needed one, so she often had to make do with a hair tie.
Barrette. B-A-R-R-E-T-T. Barrette.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Marmalade. Mom's homemade marmalade on toast is always a treat for breakfast. Marmalade.
Marmalade. M-A-R-M-E-L-A-I-D. Marmalade.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
So you guys don't move until after the end of the round, okay? Because it's distracting for the speller.
Exasperation. The exasperation was clear on the mother's face as she watched her children playing in the mud puddle.
Exasperation. E-S-P-R-A-T-I-O-N.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Reprobate. Patty will not be going to the sock hop because her parents reprobate dancing.
Reprobate.
Reprobate. Reprobate.
Reprobate. Reprobate. R-E-P-R-O-B-A-T-E. Reprobate.
That is correct.
Annoyance. Vera enjoyed raking leaves on the warm autumn day, but the loud music from her neighbor's yard was an annoyance.
Annoyance. A-N-N-O-Y-A-N-C-E. Annoyance.
That is correct.
Conspiracy. The commissioner charged that the entire industry was in a conspiracy to prevent competition.
Conspiracy. C-O-N-S-P-I-R A-C-Y?
What did you say?
A-C-Y?
That is correct.
So, Brylan, if you could just take your time in your head and then say it once out
Yeah.
loud,
Sorry.
that would be great.
Chimpanzee. The chimpanzee shows inventiveness in making and using tools.
Chimpanzee. Wait. Chimpanzee. C-H-I-M-P-A-N-Z-E. Chimpanzee.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
All right.
Your word is paralysis. Paralysis. A sort of paralysis overcame the frightened child.
Paralysis. P-A-R-A-L-Y-S-I-S. Paralysis.
Okay. So he is saying on this round of words.
Sinewy. The steak was difficult for Brad to cut because it had many sinewy parts,
Could you define the word?
having tendons.
Sinewy. S-Y-N-A-W-E-E. Sinewy.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Commendable. Jim received several scholarships as a result of his commendable academic performance.
Commendable. C-O-M-E-N-D-A-B-L-E. Commendable.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Boisterously. The students reacted boisterously when their teacher announced that recess would be inside that day.
Can you define the word?
Rowdily.
Boisterously. E-O-E-C. S T R I.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
All right. So, Kaylani, if you could spell this word correct, you'll be our spelling champ. Otherwise, I'll take it from the last round. You're back in. Your word is anecdote. The speaker's presentation ended with a touching anecdote.
Anecdote. A-N-E-C-D-O-T-E. Anecdote.
That is correct.
Let's have one more round of applause for all of our spellers. You did fantastic. You can see me. I've got certificates for everybody. We have cookies and drink boxes over there for you. Great job, everybody. I hope you had fun. Thank you for coming.
Good job.